Today I'm going to turn a piece of madrone. It has quite a few cracks in it. I want to be able to get something out of it. It was given to me a number of pieces of madrone, and they sort of started cracking on me, and I feel it's my duty to try to save them. So we'll see. Just hope that the cracks are not where the bowl wants to be. Got another piece of madrone here from the stash that I have. And, just going to turn a quick little bowl out of it. Using my 5/8 bowl gouge with the swept back wings on it. Definitely cutting knife. Nice big crack right here. Hopefully it goes away. Well, I'm going to see how far I can go with this. I think that crack might go clear over to here. Might just be a waste. Gonna have to be really shallow. There's just too much cracking down here. Put a 40/40 grind on this chisel. I've never used one before. I like it. This piece of madrone is still very wet to the feel. I'm getting about a 21 on my moisture meter. I know it's probably not real accurate, but as long as it's consistent, I'll get an idea what that means. I'm going to go ahead and try to turn as much of this crack away as I can. I think I'd rather have a small bowl than no bowl at all. A little bit right here. Might as well take it all off. I grip my chisel like this just from years and years and years of holding much larger turning tools than what this is and turning much larger diameter pieces at work. And I'm not holding it very hard, it's just a comfortable way for me to hold it. I can hold it like this, but this just feels natural to me because it became natural. Just for to show an example of the tools that I used to use at work, I turned wood patterns for foundry uses. This is a large scraper, and it's made out of really good steel, but I pretty much would hold it like this because it's just a lot of metal. You don't want to hold it like that. It's very awkward to hold it like this anyways. There's just too much steel up here, so I would grip it like this. I just have a little bit of crack showing. I'm going to take this off the screw and put a little super glue in this crack, flip it around on the chuck, and work on the inside of the bowl. Just because I don't know how far the crack really goes through, I'm going to leave this tailstock on as long as I can. Well, I don't see any cracks anymore. I'm going to take the tailstock back out of the way. I hope I find that bottom pretty soon. There we are. Good deal, another 3/8 to go. Well, there it is. Just right. I'm going to turn this down fairly thin and just let it warp the way it wants to warp. I do see another crack. I don't know if it just showed up, but I'm going to get rid of that. Oh dear, that's what it is. Wow, pretty darn consistent. This is my scraper that I made out of a very old chisel. Has a laminated hard piece of steel here onto a softer piece, and I've actually using it upside down from what it was designed for. Yes, actually it was Buck Brothers. Most of the time I leave the tenon on until the bowl is dry. I'm not sure why I do that on a thinner one, because there's not much you can do after it warps, but I just do. But this one has that crack that I tried to turn away most of it right in here. I don't know what's underneath there. I just as soon get this off. I'm sure it's going to help contribute to the bowl cracking if I don't. When I move the camera, I recently learned a new trick by watching other fine wood turners. This one I'd never done and was a little bit leery about doing it, but turning this little nub off without needing to break it off. I think it's a great trick, and I really enjoy learning something new, because we don't know anywhere close to everything, that's for sure. I would try to describe how to do this, but I'm still pretty much learning it. I'm much slower at it than how I saw it done. Probably because I'm still hesitant about doing it. You need to go at a slow RPM and get this down pretty fine. I'm using a spindle gouge with a pretty steep angle on it. Once you get close, now that's getting close, and you want to slow that RPMs down. And what I learned from watching was to hold with one hand and press against the bowl, push in, keep your finger on the stop button, and when that little nub stops turning, it's no longer connected, and shut the lathe off. I'm about 250 RPMs. There you go. I learned from an expert. Still need to sand it off. I guess my mind tells me if it's a very nice piece, excuse me, nice piece, and you're worried about it coming off, maybe you better just saw it off. I think I was blocking the camera on all that. Anyways, that's what happens there. So this is the bowl, and I'm going to sand the back. There's the bowl. It's the Madrone. It's more of a dish. It's really smooth wood. It turns nice. It has wonderful grain in it. It's still a little wet. I don't really think I'm going to put any finish on it right now. I'm not sure if that's a good thing to do, to put finish on wood that has quite a bit of moisture left in it. So I'm going to just set it aside, and no doubt it will warp. I've had them that look like ovals when you get this thin, but I've also had them crack, which I was shocked at. And there's still a crack right here, so there's no guarantee that this is going to turn out. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.